Alright, welcome back guys. So in today's video, from my previous videos, I think that I had two. I haven't been posting much because I've been busy and with school, and I just have a break right now, so I'm creating this video. I just want to share my I just want to give you guys an update on my M1 finance situation. So from my previous two videos, I showed you guys how to navigate through M1 finance. So back then I only have a couple of $1,000 invested in the platform. Now I invested more, so my account now is right there. It's $10,729.64, and the reason why I invested more into M1 Finance is because they have a promotion right now that they're having, and the promotion right now is if you put okay, so the promotion right now is M1 Finance is offering up to $5,000 of money that you can borrow from the platform. So, and it's called M1 Borrow. So the requirements for it is you have to have at least $10,000 invested into your portfolio, and you have an M1 Finance account. So I'm gonna write down the requirements down below. I don't know exactly the requirements, but I'm gonna write it down. In this video, I'm just gonna show you guys my plans for M1 with this platform and how I'm leveraging my investments to grow my investment portfolio. So fast forward to now, I have $10,730 invested in M1 Finance. So I'm using M1 Borrow to borrow 35% of my invested money into M1 Finance. So I invested up to, I believe, $10,000 now, actually $12,000. And right now my portfolio grew in addition to the invested money that I've put in. So what I'm going to do is borrow 35% from my invested portfolio, and with a 3.5% interest rate. But if you have M1 Finance Spend Plus, if you're enrolled to that, you're automatically going to get enrolled to the 2% interest rate. So that's 1.5 off the base rate. So right now, I'll show you my M1 Finance right now. So I know you guys can see because of the reflection, but right now I have amount borrowed. I borrowed $3,700 off my invested portfolio. My base rate right now, since I'm an M1 Spend Plus enrollee, I have 2%, and credit available is 0 because I borrowed every credit available into that 35%. So right now my interest rate accrued is $1.33, and projected bill is $3.49. So M1 saying is that the promotion right now, it's 0 interest for the first $5,000 that you borrowed through June 30, 2020. So if you enroll now, you're gonna get 0 interest for the first $5,000 that you're gonna leverage or borrow from your invested portfolio from M1 Finance. So I borrowed $3,700, and I have 0 interest up until June 30, year 2020. So the reason why I borrowed this, because two things. My mission objective was to pay off my credit cards, multiple credit cards. I have 3. So I'm gonna use this money to pay off the highest interest, the card with the highest interest rate, and then I'm gonna use some of the money from the $3,700 to for myself, which is I'm gonna invest into my to the stocks. So yeah, let me show you how I did it. All right, so I have it here. All right, so I have, let's say, theoretically you have $10,000. So in M1 Finance, let's say you've invested $10,000 already. I'm gonna show you guys, walk through the process on how you can borrow and leverage your account to pay for credit cards, and some of it you can invest and or pay for other bills as well during this hard times that we're experiencing. So, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to be spending my $3,700. So right now, let's see. So let's say you have $10,000. So this is in your account, right? So you can borrow 35% of that. So 35% of that, I know I have borrowed 3,700 but for this example, I'm gonna for simplicity, I'm just gonna use this 35% off the 10,000. So that's equals to 3,500 that you can borrow from M1 Finance, because you can borrow up to 35%. And this 3,500, if you're a non M1 Plus member, you're gonna have an interest rate of 3.5%. But if you're a M1 Plus member, it's only 2% of the 3,500. So, which I explained a while ago, the interest up to June 30th, at the end of June, it's 0 interest. After that, you're gonna get the 2%. It's still lower than the interest rate that I'm being charged from my credit cards right now. So this is why this is a powerful, and that's why I'm leveraging it right now. Right now, the interest rate is twice or 3 times the 2%. So I know, but I use that credit card for something else. So, all right. Anyways, I digress there. So this 3,500, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna credit card. So I'm gonna pay off my credit card. That's the first objective. 2 is I'm gonna go add more money into my emergency fund. So because right now you don't know, during our this challenging times that we're having right now, people are losing job, and I just want to add security into my built into my finance. So I'm adding a bit more into my emergency fund, even though I have 3 to 6 months of emergency money that I can liquidate just in case something happens. So, and the third is I'm gonna use some of those money that's remaining to invest into stocks. So yeah, so that's M1 Borrow. Right now they're having a promotion up to June 30th, 2020. You can, and from their website, I'm gonna link it down below, you can actually borrow right now if you have 10,000 and you don't want to opt into the M1 Spend Plus, because you have to pay $125 for the whole year to become a member. So if you don't want that and stick with the 3.5%, you can still borrow off your 10,000, that 3,000 that I showed you guys, but you're gonna get an interest of 3.5 if you're a non-M1 Plus member. The good thing about that, if you change your mind and you want to lower your interest, you have until 30th of June to get the 2% by enrolling into M1 Spend Plus. So I enrolled right when I you leverage the M1 borrow money from the get-go, because I want to take advantage of that interest rate early. So that's M1 Finance Borrow. It's pretty good platform right now, so that's why I invested more into the financial platform, because I want to leverage that M1 borrow money. It's my money, I'm just borrowing it. The reason why is lower interest rate. I can like I explained, I can pay off my credit card with a lower interest rate and fund my emergency money and buy more stocks during this economic recession that we're having right now. So in summary, so M1 borrow, you can borrow up to 35% of your invested portfolio. If you have 10,000, you can borrow 3,500 for, and the interest rate are as follows. If you're a non M1 Spend Plus member, the interest rate is 3.5%. If you're a Spend Plus member, you get 2% interest rate. So, and you can borrow 3,000 up to 35%, in this case 3,500. And for my case, then you can do whatever you want with your money, right? It's your hard-earned money. I'm not stopping you from doing anything. For me, my objective is I'm gonna pay off my credit card, the credit card with the highest interest rate, and I'm gonna fund my emergency funds right now, just a little bit more, just to provide that cushion. And 3, I'm gonna use the remaining money to buy more stocks, so I can take advantage of the market right now and build that portfolio for the future. So that's that. I know this video is long and you may be confused. If you're confused and you need clarifications, comment down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can, but you have until June 30th, 2020 to take advantage of this offer right now from M1 Finance. So, and I'll write down the details down in the description down below. So that is that, guys. If you guys have any questions, comment down below. Provide the affiliated link, and I may earn commission if you guys enroll through M1 Finance. And yeah, and you get free money too. I think $10, but anyways, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, comment down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can.